Hello everyone, my name is Alex, otherwise known as Some Bad Beat Scrub. Welcome today to our 10th episode of my Gor Rok Let's Play Total War Warhammer 2. Let's give a brief summary of where we left off. It's been about a week since I recorded last. So here we have the Temple of Kara, where we took the last city from these stupid men, the Hunts Marshal sent over here by none other than Karl Franz himself. Has no cities and is degrading troops, so we'll see what his final death throws are. Also important from last episode, we beat Luthor. He's not on the map right now because we defeated him, as he attempted to thwart us, and so he has to be back here in one of these two cities licking his wounds and rebuilding armies. This is new, just from out of the corner of my eye. Luthor is coming down with a rather large navy, so not sure what Tyrion's on about, but that sure is Tyrion. I'm a little worried because I'm at war with his younger brother, Teclis. This is the Order of Lore Masters? Yeah, Order of Lore Masters. This is his faction. He was trying to be my friend for a while, and I kept saying no, because he settled the Blood Swamps here, which is on my continent, and a no-go zone, and he did not respect that. So he decided to ally with the Hunt Marshal, and you can see how that went up there. So we kind of replaced one enemy with another one. I'm honestly more worried about Tyrion than I am anyone else. That might be biased because I play as Tyrion and he's one of my main factions, and he can be pretty rough. We're also technically at war with these one city of doors, but they have yet to do anything, ever, in the history of my entire Let's Play. I've never even seen any of their units. They are ostensibly also at war with these purple guys, who are doing literally nothing to them. But, knowing my luck, a Dwarven army is going to come out of the hills here and take Sabatine at some point. So, as far as our armies are concerned, Q, he took some heavy losses. He's down to 14 out of 20 men. He's on his way back down to my home province to rebuild his army, and he's probably going to have to watch out for these high elves. And then we have the main army with Gor Rok up here, who just finished putting the boot on Hunt Marshals. So might have to stick around for a turn or so to make sure this army doesn't do anything narky. And then we can turn around and redouble our efforts. The main goal is to get the vampires off of the continent first, get rid of the corruption, then we can start taxing all of our provinces, and then worry about the high elves. Speaking of, how are we doing on public order? We're currently at a +1, but the corruption's -14. If I started taxing them, it'd go down to a -3. That's really the biggest thing that's stopping us from getting a third stack, because we need to look at building a third stack here soon, and I might look at it anyways after Q gets refilled. But it does look like we have some buildings we can upgrade. Since they're likely to attack us, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this defensive building on Marks of the Old Ones, because that's probably the first thing that's going to happen. Let's see what Itza wants. Itza wants to build literally anything, but I'm holding out until I have 6,000 to burn to build some freaking dinosaurs, because that's going to be cool. That might not be a smart idea. You can tell me if you think so, but I probably won't care. Yeah, so I did kind of end at the last turn. I didn't do any building stuff. There was a lot of combats last episode. So both of my armies have used all their movements. That's about all I'm going to be able to afford for now. Am I taxing here? Yeah, I am. Okay. See, I can tax them and they don't hate me. What's your excuse? No, that's the same city. Temple of Kara is by itself. I don't want Skink for this. Alright. Let's see what's going on next turn. Lo, they have come to me, so don't have to waste any action economy. A lot of times the CPU, if they're down to one army and have no cities, they'll just do like a last-ditch gambit to try and take the city back. And as much as I'd like to go in and manually put down Marcus, I think he's already defeated, and we're going to have plenty of other stuff to fit in this episode. So I'm just going to let him break against me. Wow, he killed 2 of my cold ones. What a dick. That's what I get for auto-resolving. That's fine, I guess. Well, that's that faction destroyed. Alright, let's see. He got a thing. Trait, that's very nice. It's like Gor Rok leveled up, putting down Marcus. Let's see. Make him much more that, or we can make him cause terror. I like that. Got a lot of good options here. Honestly, this entire tree, though, is very, very powerful. I'm gonna go ahead and do the terror one, because that can have a big effect. Not so much on like the zombies with my face. Excuse me, but definitely the other factions as we deal with the high elves. Because they'll have high leadership otherwise. Let's see, we're going to replace this building with a defensive building because this is a frontier settlement. And we need Gor Rok to get back to where he is relevant. Go ahead and switch this guy to a normal stance and put him right on the edge here so he can... Oh, no. There is enough corruption in my home province that I take attrition there. That is why we do not make peace with Luthor Hardcore. So you got some options here. So I can make chameleon skinks, which are better than my skinks because they do a lot more missile damage. Ammunition's the same. They have a poison melee attack and are much better melee attack. They're also chameleons and they can camouflage. We're probably going to do that. So go ahead and do that. And we'll kick some skinks out for some better chameleon skink boys. It'll take us another extra turn to build our army up, but at this point we may as well go for the quality over quantity. Let's see. Oh yeah, still waiting on 6,000 there. I'm nervous about fighting high elves. They have the best ranged option of anyone I've talked about. Gotta get some more money from that gold smelter. I tell you what, I should probably lay foundations for a third stack. I'm gonna go ahead and build it and marks the old one because it's on the border, so it'll be there to defend, and he can recruit some cold ones while we're waiting on Q to get done. Except I didn't leave myself enough money. Look at me being dumb. Go ahead and undo that gold mine for now. We'll do it next turn. Maybe. So we got Weapon Master, Determined, Tough. Tough is on flavor with how Gor Rok likes to run things. Now, this is important. Whenever you spawn lords, they're going to spawn outside of your city because the game hates you. But they will have enough movement to get in the city. You should almost always do that. Cold one time. Okay, do I have enough money for any of the other cities stuff? No. No. I don't like giving Luthor this many turns. I might have... So I think the plan is to have Gor Rok kind of come up here and take Poxmarsh and come down. And then have Q and or this guy kind of come up the coast. Gotta be careful not to get outmaneuvered by this guy though, Teclis. We'll see what he's doing. Don't need him attacking me in the back while I'm dealing with the vampires. What a fitting analogy that is. See this? What he said. Gor Rok knows how to tell like it is. 1,000 gold is not going to pay for the fact that I take fucking attrition in my home settlement because of your existence. Get out of here. Seems like Teclis is kind of going all defensive in his islands. If he continues to do that while we're doing our thing, that could be nice. We'll go ahead and continue. Oh, by the way, I don't think I explicitly said it last time, but I did encamp Q's army so they wouldn't be taking attritional losses while they're building. As fucked as that sentence is. Get some more of my basic source units. The Croxgars here are faded out because you need a special building to recruit them. The ones I got earlier were Blessed Croxgar units, which is different. You can get Blessed units just because you do quests and stuff. So we'll do that. We're gonna go ahead and move you. That's the boundary. Okay. I'm gonna move you here. Wow, you're taking attrition here too. I'm probably just gonna eat that attrition and recruit Cold One units, and then next turn I'll move him over the border so he can recruit later as well. With my leftover money, I'll increase my economy so we can continue doing that. Might want to consider bumping this to being taxed. How many turns would I have? 12 turns. That's a lot of turns. So I think I'm going to start taxing this and hope I can fix things by the time I get to that being an issue. I'm also going to have a rebellion here in 38 turns because their corruption is so bad. I need to get this vampire corruption down, or else my empire is going to be stolen from underneath me. And they won't even have to fight a fight. Alright. That means you gotta keep moving, Gor Rok. It's a little sad that you're missing 2 units, but I don't think... Is there any recruitment in the area you're in? Let's see. Go ahead and make a pit stop there. No, I'd have to globally recruit, which I do not have the money to do. It's fine. We can make do with 2 less Cold One units. Onwards to victory. While we're talking about money, let's see if there's anyone we could be trading with.
Tyria.
Honestly, I kind of don't want to get into a war with Luthor, but I'm in a war with his brother, so I don't know how he feels about that. Yeah, fine. I'll trade.
As you say.
I'll trade Luthor. I'm just going to leave that at that. That is a good deal for me. That makes me a lot of money. Excuse me. That'll be good. I could also try to trade with Tyrannok.
Welcome. What would you have their sir do?
Do you like trading?
A wise course.
They do like trading. Good stuff, good stuff. And while I'm here... Oh yeah, I gave these guys an order to attack that dwarven settlement like a forever ago, and they have yet to do anything about it. We will see. Moved all my armies, build stuff, check my diplomacy. I think it's time for turn 64. Let's see what they want. Military alliance? Sure. You've shown at least some value fighting the doors. And that'll help me confederate you one day. Speaking of useless people, those guys in Tlaxcalan were not at war with the humans, and I did not like the fact that they were not at war with the humans. They purely just benefited from me fighting all their battles for them, and that's probably going to bite them in the ass if I ever have a spare minute. Oh yes, hello dwarves. What do you want? Ah, fat chance. I have a chance to kick you out of my jungle. I think I'm going to take it. Okay, so they've got heroes doing hero stuff who did technology. There's a Bray herd somewhere up here fighting the floating pyramid. Hopefully that doesn't get too out of hand. Let's see. Is this attrition? That is attrition. To right there, okay. So Gor Rok. Gor Rok's just going to sprint for this turn. We might try to encamp later. We can't afford to take too much attrition. If we find another full stack of Vampire Coast, but should be safe to do that. Speaking of attrition, this guy is going to scoot across the border and probably not have enough. Yeah, not have enough movement to camp. That's annoying. He'll do that next turn, I guess. Key's only got to recruit 2 more dudes. I should recruit a cavalry unit. I just don't have any cavalry units. I like to have about 4 of those, but that's fine. We can do a 3. Let's get 2 more Saurus boys. And we'll get Koretalok. Koretalok? Okay. We'll get him started on some skink boys. Let's look at our technologies. We could either start on making skinks better, which will eventually increase their weapon damage, or growth and settlement stuff. I think we're going to make the skinks better because we've been needing a better range unit. So now I got 3 grand to play with. This will help our income. And what can we build here? Nothing that I want to. Okay. How are we doing on public order? Rebellion in 9 turns. Rebellion at 37 turns. I think I need to turn this off. I think the new tax or trade deals I made will hopefully offset us enough that this isn't an issue, but I really don't think I'm going to be ready to fight a rebellion in 9 turns. Let's see what comes next turn. Okay, let's see what we're dealing with here. Teclis came into our area a little bit, getting testy with me. So here's the thing. I'm pretty sure how many units does he have? He only has a handful of units, one of which is a mage, which I'm a little worried about. But it looks like he's looking to threaten Lok. So I'm going to go ahead and camp him, so I'll be recovering next turn. They'll continue taking attrition. And Q, who's a full stack by now, can circle around it through not attrition territories. I lied, because there's our attrition too. Okay, well then can get super aggressive and get in behind them, cutting them off from the blood swamps and forcing them kind of between a rock and a hard place. Holy shit, there's another... Oh. So that's important to note. I saw them in the fog of war as I was coming up and I was able to click somewhere else. You can change your movement while you're moving, but you gotta be quick about it. So it looks like there's a whole ass army there. I don't love that there's a whole ass army there, but I've already kind of switched into authoritarian. I'm taking attrition. I don't think they're even a full stack combined, but they got some pretty damn good units. Like, I don't know what I'd do against a Froster Phoenix. I'd be literally shooting at it with like blowguns. The answer is rout the rest of their army. So as we currently stand, they're probably going to try to both gang up on me. I'm going to go ahead and sprint off to where I'm not taking attrition anymore and see if I can distract them off of Lok long enough for him to continue building his army. Things could get dicey though. And I'm not quite close enough to Poxmarsh to just take it, so I'm going to use about 50% of my movement. Hopefully that's about right. The idea is next turn will be close enough to just move up, and I'm not. Damn it. Okay, I overshot by a little bit. I was going to move about halfway, camp, replenish some troops, and then jump on them. But since I can't do that, I'm just going to get right up here. And I'll take them next turn. Let's look at what I can build. Get some stronger economy going. This is making me nervous. They have unit types that are much better matchup for me, even though I outnumber them. And it might not matter, but it's still enough to make me nervous. Yeah, we can build economy building there. Okay, let's see what Teclis does. Alright, Hexodal has confederated other lizard folk, so they're going to be the other strongest lizard folk faction on this continent, to be sure. Vampires are doing dumb things. So just to give you a visual, they confederated the guys that were kind of like down in the spine area. Also, there's the Beastman faction, so hopefully Hexodal can deal with that, and they won't venture over to deal with Temple of Kara or me. We'll see how that goes. It looks like Teclis' armies are just blitzing for my city, which isn't cool. Looks like I can sprint Q enough to get in range for combat, and I can trigger combat with Cortex's little guerrilla force. No, I can't, because he can't get that close. Well, it's a good thing we built a defensive building here. All things considered, I think I'm going to get more value from Lok by keeping him camped and keeping him recruiting. So we'll do that. They might take marks of the old one, but I'm going to take as many dudes with them as I can if they do. And then Q will be able to clean up shop. It's kind of telling that these high elves are dealing with me and not going to war with the vampires that are causing all of us attrition. Honestly. Go ahead and take Clockmarsh. I'm not going to bother fighting this. We just need that. Oh no, it's my other cold ones. Now I have no cavalry. That's what I get. We'll sit here for like a turn, which is what it'll take for us to get our units back. Let's see. We're trading with a lot more people, so I'm going to go ahead and build some trade goods that'll help our economy. Lord Croak, Mr. Wizard Man, got an upgrade. Unfathomable Presence unlocks this stuff, so I can cause terror. Kind of out of things upgrade with the spells. Public order is nice, as well as a research rate. I might just do that. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Yeah, those look like Luthor has rebuilt a stack, so Gor Rok's gonna have a major fight in his hands, and we're gonna have some stuff to deal with here with High Elves. Oh, let's see how this. I'm probably gonna unpause here just a second whenever he attacks.
Your conquests strike fear into the hearts of your enemies, mighty lord.
I got a shit ton of bonus money.
The wisest amongst them will know that
for having the next settlement milestone.
I have foreseen it.
I bet you have, old man. So Teclis ran up here, which is interesting. And we saw his full stack on its way. It's probably like right here on its way to Zlanabek, and I don't think there's anything I can reasonably do about that. It'd be better for me to defeat these armies where they're isolated. In order to leave, they'd have to kind of go over here or over here. And they're sprinting right now, and they've been taking attrition for a while.
Certainly not.
So I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to plant myself in marks of the old ones, which will give me that replenishment factor. And the next turn, wherever they go, I'm going to hope they're in striking distance and just kind of lash out at them. Meanwhile, I'm going to keep growing this army as long as they let me get away with doing it, because I'll need it, especially if I have to fight a full stack. Just get you some Saurus boys. So we'll kind of keep an eye on Teclis. We're kind of just playing a maneuvering game over there. Up here in the Poxmarsh, we'll do better trades. And we've replenished all we're going to replenish, really. And my areas are still attrition because, of course, they are. But the water isn't, so I could always attack them via the water. I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go ahead and just sprint via the sea down the coast. We don't take attrition. And then next turn we'll pop up on land and begin besieging the Awakening. Pro tip, because this is a faction capital, province capital, it's going to have walls and pretty sickly defensive units. I don't know if a straight up fight's going to necessarily be fair, but we can certainly besiege them, but this could be a lengthy siege. With their walls advantage, I'd probably do better to fight them on the field if they sally forth to attack me. Not gonna lie, kinda don't want to build anything in Zonapek because I know that Teclis is probably about to steal it. But I can go down here and upgrade Oxil. And some of you might be like, wait, Alex, you got $6,000. You could have summoned the dinosaur thing. And you're right, but I definitely can't pay for dinosaurs right now. And that's just a smarter investment, in my opinion. So we'll see what goes on with this stupid skirmishing war we have with Teclis instead of, you know, helping me fight the real threat that is the Vampire Coast. See you next turn. Alright, they have pressed the issue. The good news is they're pressing the issue and they don't have access to their garrison. So our numbers are a lot more evenly matched. They've got 3 hero units to our 2, but we all know that Mr. Wizard Man counts for a lot. These depth guards are Berserker Axe Infantry. They're anti-infantry and armored. They're going to be a major problem. They're definitely going to be they're probably going to be the hardest melee infantry our Saurus units have had to go up against. So, yeah, if you look at the stat comparisons, more armor, weapon strength 57, melee attack 47. They're just better on all accounts. So this is a rare example of a case where we got to be careful as far as just being in prolonged engagements. My goal is probably going to be to kill them all with my Lord Croak. They have artillery that we're going to try to counter with our Skink Boys, because of course we are. And some large units that I'm a little less worried about, to be honest. But this could be, they got some good units in here. This could be dangerous. Let's see. Alright. Just go ahead and start. Some weird lightning stuff going on with that. Alright, this terrain is interesting, to say the least. We're on like a little isthmus thing. They're going to spawn in this area. So where can I put my Skink Boys that they can do their cannon infiltration mission? I can probably put them back in this corner. I'd kind of rather they start with elevation, and they're probably going to have their cannons. If I had cannons, I'd put them up here. Which means our Skink Boys are going to be back here. Ready and wait. As far as the rest of my units, I think I want to bait them into combat where I can flank them. So I got these trees here I can hide units in. I can put some dudes up here on this hill and get them to come down here and then flank. That is a plan I can build around. Let's go ahead and get all these guys off in the corner. Now let's see, Croc Cigars. Put you guys right in here. Hide in the trees. There's some big crab boys. We'll put the spear guys over here. That way either side has something you can deal with the large units. We'll put our better blessed infantry kind of here on the hill. And put half our regular infantry with those guys and half with these guys facing the right way. And then what I'm going to do is going to make each of these flanking parties a group. So if I need to give group commands, I can just do that. We'll put Croak and Gor Rok front and center. I think this is about as good as we can prepare. Let's see what they do. So those are the cannons. There's some units between me and them. They also got these bloated ones, the big guys we blew up that one time. Then we have to be careful about them. Here's some more cannons. And they're just standing here. Oh, because I'm taking hits. They're just gonna like bombard me with cannons. What's their range like? And they're coming up with a unit. Gonna go ahead and back these guys up so they're not just taking hits. But he's probably gonna. Is he gonna spot my dudes? Oh, it doesn't look like he is. This isn't great because if I go forward with my skinks right now, my skinks are just gonna get eviscerated. I need the lines to move up. And there's that. Gonna go ahead and that flank crash on that guy. They've abandoned their cannons. The skink's gonna move in to deal with that. And leave this flank in waiting. Gor Rok's gonna get in there and challenge that guy. And we'll leave the rest of my main flank back. That way we're not all come together. fact, let's let Gor Rok fight that guy mano a mano and get out of here before they start shooting at us with cannons. Gor Rok, go get him. Run. There it is. Meanwhile, the skinks are doing their job. Kinda thought they'd use their blowguns, but this is fine. Ooh, bloated one, bloated one. Kill it dead, kill it dead. Don't let it get close. Looks like their unit's caught up with me. And we're just gonna have a big frickin' slogfest over here. It's bad news for me because of cannons and that bloated one that's about to blow up. It's good news for me because I get to just blast them with this. I'm about to lose a lot of dudes to that bloated one. Good news is the other bloated one looks like he's just gonna get wasted. Chasing after my skinks. Oh yeah. Sorry I didn't zoom in on the mage's spell, but we can just assume that it did work, right? So that's going on. Skinks have dealt with a bloated one. I'd really like them to be able to deal with their artillery, but it looks like we've distracted part of their army because their army's going to have to deal with me. So I think we're just going to have to count our blessings that they're distracting people. We still have a flank that hasn't engaged, and I kind of want to keep it that way. We do have to deal with these bombing units, though. The mage isn't going to be as good against their large crabs, but my Croxagores are kind of going mano a mano. I think this realm of the fight's going how I want it to, especially once we deal with these mob bombers. Gor Rok, get down there and deal with them. Now, what do I do with this flank? Oh, I charged these cannons and moved into position. Nice. Gonna have the mage get in and help Gor Rok since he's a little outnumbered. How are my skink boys doing? Oh, they're getting hit by other range units. This is not gonna go well. Just keep them busy, guys. Archon and Gor Rok going at it. Archon running away like a little bitch. Meanwhile, my guys are coming out of the trees to attack these cannons. Very nice. And this clusterfuck is over. Except my guys are sitting there taking hits and they need to not do that. Gor Rok, my man. Please stay focused. Can the mage take these guys? Yeah, the mage can take these guys. And skink boys. Focus on the bombers, those cause a lot of damage. Gor Rok is running on Harkon, who's a wuss. This flank has taken heavy losses, but won the biggest and meatiest part of the fight. So they're going to start moving on the middle. Harkon's taking attrition, everyone's taking attrition. So much attrition. Those cannons are done. join the chase of Harkon. Those units, I think it's just Harkon. Yeah, everything has died. They're routing essentially. I kind of want this to be a duel, actually. Hold on, let's let Gor Rok do his thing. Oh, Gor Rok did his thing. I didn't even have to pull it off. Nice. Get dead, Harkon. They had me in the first half, wasn't gonna lie. I don't know where all these elite infantry units were that they just got obliterated. I think honestly it was just my man's, well, Lord Croak only killed 128 people. I don't know. I think we just did a good work. Good job all around there. Their cannons did work though. Yeah, there's a reason I respect artillery. We'll do punishment because we still have a unit. Oh, we still have a city garrison to deal with. Although it'll be much easier without that stack. We're not done with them yet. All right. So I'll be honest. That's right. Get dead. All these guys get dead. I did not start my timer at the beginning of this episode like I normally do to know how long it's been. But I think we're getting pretty close to the 30-minute mark of usable video. I apologize if I'm a little bit off from that. So we're just going to do a quick wrap-up here, and I'll probably have to see you for episode 11 for the rest. So, next episode, stay tuned for Gor Rok finally wiping these vampires off the face of the continent. That'll be exciting. Me continuing to play Footsie with Teclis here, and kind of some maneuvering positioning wars. Soon to be 3 army stacks. Will the dwarves continue sitting over here doing absolutely nothing? Time will tell. Will the beastmen that were up here, that I can't see anymore, cause problems? God, I hope not. Will these guys stop being pussies and sitting in their city doing literally fucking nothing? No. They're not going to stop doing that. There's no suspense there. They're just not going to. But to find all those other answers and more, stay tuned for next time. I appreciate y'all you watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy the video. Don't if you don't. That's cool. My name is Alex, otherwise known as Sunbeard Scrub, and I was glad to have you. See you for episode 11.